Welcome to your first lesson on Pandas DataFrames. Pandas DataFrames are a must-have skill for anyone working with data in Python. They help you organize and analyze your information easily. Let us see why learning them will open many doors for you. Running the cell now. What real-world questions would you like to answer with data? If you enjoy this video, like and subscribe for more easy Python lessons. Let us start by importing the Pandas library. This will let us work with DataFrames. We import Pandas, a library that helps organize and analyze data. Now Pandas is ready as PD, a short nickname we will use often. Running the cell now. Try typing import Pandas as PD in your own Jupyter notebook. What is a data frame? A data frame is like a table with rows and columns. Think of it as a superpowered spreadsheet in Python. Running the cell now. Can you think of information you could put into a table? Now, we will make our first data frame. We use a dictionary to organize the data. First, we create a set of sample data. Each key, like the name or age, is a heading. The curly braces show this is a dictionary. Each key points to a list of values. We list the names for each person. Here are their ages. These are the cities they live in. Now we create the data frame using PD data frame. This shapes the data into a table. Let us look at our new table by just typing a df. This displays the whole data frame so you can see everything. Running the cell now. Can you try creating a data frame with your own fake data next? What could you track in your life using a table? Let us check what data type we just created. We are using the type function to see what kind of object df is. This helps us confirm that it is a data frame. Running the cell now. Remember, understanding data types helps you know what features you can use. How to see rows and columns. Data frames have a shape, rows go across, columns go up and down. Let us look at how to see how big our table is. Running the cell now. Think about how many people and facts you can store. Let us see the shape of the data frame. The shape tells us how many rows and columns we have. The first number is the number of rows, the second is the number of columns. Running the cell now. Try looking at the shape of any table you create in Pandas. Now let us check what the column headers are. This shows us the names of the columns, or the labels at the top of the table. Running the cell now. Column names help keep your data organized. Let us say you have a big table. The head method lets you preview just the top rows. We use the head function to see only the top two rows. This is helpful to get a quick look at your data without seeing every row. Running the cell now. How would you use this to spot mistakes in your data? Selecting columns and rows. You can pick out columns or specific rows from your data frame. Let us practice selecting data just like picking a column in a spreadsheet. Running the cell now. Try selecting columns in your own table. We will pick out one column from the data frame. This lets us see only the name column, just like picking one list of details. Running the cell now. Try changing name to another column in your own code. What if you want to get a single row? We use iloc, which stands for index location. We use iloc to grab a row by its number. Remember, Python starts counting at 0, so 1 means the second row. Running the cell now. Notice how each row contains all the columns. We can select more than one column by putting their names in a list. We put two column names in double square brackets. This lets us see just name and age for all rows. Running the cell now. This is helpful when you only need a few details. You can pick out certain rows based on rules. Let us find everyone older than 30. We create a rule inside the square brackets. This keeps only the rows where age is more than 30. Running the cell now. Filtering is powerful for studying parts of your data. Adding and changing data. Data frames are easy to update, just like editing a spreadsheet. Let us add a new column. Running the cell now. Try adding your own custom columns, get creative. We will add a new column called Country. You just assign a list of values to the new column name. We are creating a new column called Country. By giving a list, Pandas adds these values for each person. Printing DF now shows the updated table with the new column. Running the cell now. Notice how flexible data frames can be. If you spot a mistake, you can update one cell. Let us change the city for the last person. The at method lets us set the value of a specific box in the table. Here, we update the person in row 2 to live in Berlin. Let us print the data frame again to see the change. Running the cell now. Now the table shows your correction. You are in control of your data. Now let us practice removing a column. Use the drop method and set axis to 1 to mean columns. Here, we are deleting the country column. Axis equals 1 tells Pandas to target columns, not rows. Let us print the data frame to confirm country is gone. Running the cell now. Note that dropping changes the data frame only if you assign it back. Let us try removing a row now. Rows use axis 0. We use drop with axis 0 to remove a row at index 1. This deletes the second row. Printing DF now shows the smaller table. Running the cell now. Watch how your table changes as you remove data. Describe and summarize your data. You often want a quick summary of what is in your table. Pandas can do this quickly. Running the cell now. Have you ever wanted a quick snapshot of your whole dataset? The describe method gives you statistics for all the numeric columns. Describe runs calculations like mean, minute, max, and more for each numeric column. This is helpful for understanding your data at a glance. Running the cell now. With bigger datasets, describe is even more valuable. Let us check more details with info. Info tells us about each column, the data type, and if anything is missing. It shows the shape and types, all in one place. Running the cell now. Use this if you want to know if something went wrong loading your data. Reading and writing data. Data frames make it simple to load data from files, like CSV spreadsheets. Let us see how to save and reload your work. Running the cell now. Try exporting your table and see if you can open it in a spreadsheet. You can save your data frame as a CSV file with one command. The to_CSV function writes your data to a text file called CSV. Set index to false so you do not save the row numbers. Running the cell now. Now you can share your table or use it in other programs. Reload your data from the saved file. Read_CSV quickly brings your CSV back into a data frame. Let us print it to confirm it looks the same. Running the cell now. Did your original table and loaded table match? Let us build a data frame from scratch using your own input. We ask you to enter names, ages, and cities. Each entry goes into a separate column. Splitting by comma lets you enter several values at once. We make sure to clean spaces and turn ages into numbers. All your input is collected into a new data frame. You get to see your personally created table at the end. Running the cell now. Try sharing what you entered in the comments below. If you are enjoying this, like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Let us build a friendly coding community. Mini project, Favorite Movies Table Part 1. Let us build a table of movies and their ratings. We will rate a few movies and then sort by score. Running the cell now. Think of your top 3 favorite movies. Here is a data frame with 3 movies and their ratings. We start with a dictionary where each movie has a rating. The values for each key are lists, just like always. Data frame shapes the info into a table. We print it so you can see what you are working with. Running the cell now. Add your own favorite movies and ratings if you like. Now let us sort the movies from the highest rating to the lowest. Sort underscore values puts the row with the best rating at the top. Ascending false means highest first. Running the cell now. Sorting is great for top 10 lists and favorites. Let us see the average movie rating. The mean function finds the average value for any numeric column. This is common in data science to spot patterns. Running the cell now. How does your movie table's average rating compare? Let us add a new column for the number of times you saw each movie. We add a column called Watches, which counts how many times you watched each film. Now our table stores even more meaning. Running the cell now. Try changing these numbers for your own favorite films. Let us filter to see which movies you watched the most. This rule keeps only the films you saw more than 3 times. Filtering shows just your true favorites. Running the cell now. What is the movie you watched the most? Troubleshooting, what if you get an error? If you type a column name wrong or your lists are not the same length, Pandas will warn you. Read error messages carefully, they often tell you what went wrong. Do not let mistakes stop you. Everyone makes them at first. Running the cell now. What debugging tricks have helped you learn? Take your time and do not be afraid to look up mistakes online. Here is a handy trick for building tables in a new way. You can start with a list of lists. Each inner list is one row of data. We use the columns argument to add headers. This is fast for small sets of information. Running the cell now. Try organizing your own school scores this way. Now it is your turn for a challenge. You will make a table about your weekly chores and how long each takes. You enter the name of each chore and how many minutes it takes. Pandas helps you turn this into a table you can use anytime. Use this skill for anything you want to keep track of. Running the cell now. Post your most time-consuming chore in the comments. Let us see which chores take the longest among viewers. Recap and next steps. Congratulations, you have learned the basics of Pandas data frames. You now know how to create tables, select data, edit values, and even load from files. With practice, these tools will help you understand any dataset. Running the cell now. Which part of Pandas do you want to learn more about? Leave a comment. Thanks for learning with us. If this helped you, please like, subscribe, and share the video. Let us learn Python together, your journey has just begun. See you in the next lesson. Running the cell now. Do not forget to like and subscribe for more simple Python practice. Share this with friends who want to start coding too.